Hi, everyone. Welcome to my weekly live. I'm Julie Gilson. I'm with stampinggala.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S. Anyway, today I'm working with the Frosted Forest stamp set and the coordinating dies. And I used this before, but I'm going to use it a different way today. I'm going to show you how you can actually use the die as a template to watercolor. So I hope you like it. I am also using two other stamp sets. I'm using the Saying Hey for the happy birthday, and I'm using the wild ferns for the heartfelt condolences. So those are the stamp sets that I'm using today. And as you can see, the cards here, this one I created this gold frame with the Countryside Corners dies. And then this one, this is on, you won't find this in any catalog. This is in the online exclusives, and it's called Designer Tags. So I hope you like that. And then this right here has a hot cocoa treat in it, and I'll show you that in a little while, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with this one right here. So let me bring that in, and I'll show you how I did it. Okay, let me get organized here. All right. So first of all, I'm working with Old Olive, and the Designer Series paper is called Season of Green and Gold, and it has really nice patterns on the front, but it has gold foil on the back. So this is a specialty Designer Series paper pack. Okay, so this piece is 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5 1/2. So we'll just fold it over for your card base. All right, next we have a piece of Very Vanilla, which is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. And then this one is the Designer Series paper. It's 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Now, I do want to welcome all of you. And if you're new to my channel, please let us know so we can give you a warm welcome. Thank you, LaSheila. That's really sweet of you. Also, just know that we're halfway through the month, which means the October specials are halfway over. So if you're thinking about becoming a demonstrator, whether you want it just for your discount, or if you want to build a business, I would love to have you on my team. So just give me a shout out, send me an email, a message on Facebook, and I'd be happy to chat with you about it. You only have to pay $99 plus tax to get started, and you get to choose this month $155 in product of your choice. Okay, so we're going to put some glue on the back of this, and we'll put it on the card base. Just like that. Okay, so next, I normally stamp this first and then die cut it, but I already die cut it for you. So hopefully I'll get it straight on here. Andy, would you mind grabbing me a piece of gold foil? Oh, there it is. Forget it.
Got it.
Of course, I forgot to cut this piece. Looking at this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is show you how I created this, and I did create it with watercoloring. So what I did was I just took this die and I placed it on here. And what I'm going to do is watercolor right there. So I got to grab my water cleaner. Okay, and you do want to tape this down. So I'm just going to tape it down with just some washi tape so it doesn't move. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised how this comes out. Okay, so first of all, let me get this stuff out of the way. I'm using Old Olive, Mossy Meadow. Let me just show you here. Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, and Crumb Cake for these projects. So first of all, I'm going to start off with Old Olive. I'm going to squeeze the top to get more in the top. Okay. All right. So I'm using a water painter, and you just unscrew the barrel and put the water in here. I don't want it really wet, but wet enough here. And I'm using the top kind of as a palette. So I'll just start off with adding some color in here. And you do want the smooth side up on the die, because that's how it would be cut out if you were going to cut it out too. And that's how it lines up with the stamp set as well. Oops, I don't want to turn it. I'm just making sure I get enough color in here. I like to do, get it a light layer first. And if you want to, you can add more color later. And then I'm going to just take this off a second. Okay, so then I'm going to switch colors and use the Mossy Meadow. Hey, Nicole, just another week. I'm just adding a little bit of the Mossy Meadow shade. Okay, and then I'm going to clean off my brush a little bit because I'm going down to crumb cake. And this time I'm going to take this off. I want to just add it in here for the trunk of the tree. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. So I'm just going to take my heat tool and heat this up so it dries. Andy, doesn't that look cool?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so next, what I'm going to do is take the stamp from the coordinating stamp set, and I'm going to ink this up with Versamark. The craft fair went really well. Unfortunately, though, immediately after, a couple days after, it was really Stephanie's craft show. Her mom died. So it's been crazy. And as you guys know, my grandson has been sick, and it's made it difficult to work because he's been over here a lot. All right, so I'm stamping this right over top. In fact, yesterday was her funeral. Okay, so I'm going to bring this in, and the gold embossing powder. And I'm just going to sprinkle it on here. Oh, I almost spilled that. That would not have been good. Okay, now I do have a couple of stray things here. So I use a dry, one of the water painters that's dry, and just get the excess off. All right, so we're going to heat this up now. Okay. So there you go. What do you think? I just love it. Okay. As always, I always forget to cut something out, and I forgot to cut out this gold piece right here. So I'm going to measure it up real quick, and then I'm going to cut that out. So I think it's 2 5/8. No, 2 3/4 by 2 7/8. Yep. So let me cut that out real quick. Okay, so I have this piece. Let me measure it up, make sure it's good. And it is. So we're going to place that on there. Oh, thanks, Nicole. That's really sweet of you. Okay, so let's get this on here. And you have some wiggle room to get it nice and straight. You want to just make sure it's laying down really good. Hey, Tina. All right, so we have that. Then I'm going to do some little some maneuvering here. So first of all, I'm going to take some ribbon, and this will lay down a little bit better when I get it all together. Okay, so I'm going to take this ribbon and I'm going to put it through here and back again through the top here. Okay, I searched for some ribbon, but Stampin' Up! Didn't have any that I liked for this. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this then. Hey, Lisa. Patty's here and Andy both. All right, so we're going to slip this in behind the ribbon and bring it back out through the top of the ribbon. Okay, just like that. Now what I'm going to do is take a piece of tape, just normal Scotch tape, and just fold this over. I'm going to give it some more so I have more to tape down. And I'm just going to tape it down right here. Okay, just like that. Now I have some hanging off the edge, so I need my scissors just to trim it off. Hey, Nancy, I hope your cruise was nice. Okay, so I got that, have that side done. Now I'm going to do this one and the same thing. So Lisa says hi to you girls, and so does Nicole.
Hi, hi, ladies.
Okay, so I think I have that pretty well secure here. So I'll cut that off. So it looks like this now. Okay. So we're going to take this and center it right here. And this is going to go on dimensionals. I always, if you're one to follow me, you'll notice I always put a dimensional in the center, because to me, nothing's worse than it sinking in the center. I don't like that. So we're going to put this towards the top. Let me see if I can get this correctly here. And I think that looks good. Okay, so far so good. Can you see the gold foil? It really does look pretty in person. Okay, so then I already die cut this. I'm going to stamp happy birthday on here. Actually, Andy die cut it for me. Andy and Cindy have been over die cutting feverishly for our retreat. And we're getting down to what, the last 4 or 3 projects to
Yep.
die cut. And I think Andy has already cut out probably, she's saying millions, but, and she's not that, well, she is a little far off, but it's probably around 30,000, I swear. Okay, what did I do with my, oh, here it is. So it is going to be a jam-packed event. It's going to be fun. Okay, so let me just move this out of the way so I don't blow it. Okay, so here's your little tag for happy birthday. And I know I'm going to have to trim this a little bit. I'm going to put this together. Diane says, bless you for doing all the die cutting, Andy.
I get to spend time with you, so.
Aw, it's going to be a blast. The projects are adorable. Just so you know, oh, you already saw the PDF. We have some religious, we have some fun, we have some traditional, and some cutesy. So there's a little bit of everything, I think. I try to mix it up a little bit. And I'm already working on my 12 Days of Christmas. I did some cards the other day, and oh my gosh, they're so darn cute. Wouldn't you agree, Andy?
Yes.
I think they're probably the cutest cards I've ever made. Okay, so I trimmed that up just to have a little bit of border around there. Now Tina says, thank you, ladies.
Aw, my pleasure.
Aw. All right, so we're just putting them on this side because it's going to hang off the side. And you know what? I forgot to cut it down, but that's all right. Just like that. Maybe I'll put the bow right there. So we're going to do a double bow. So that's what I'll do. This is all done. My phone's ringing. Does it say who it is, Andy? Okay.
Nope, it's just a number.
Okay. All right, so we're going to flip this around, tie the bow. I know, but Diane, then after that is the Raleigh thing. And that's already selling out. I sold out one class, and then I added another class, and it's almost sold out. Okay, so we're going to trim this up. Okay. What set is the big tag from? Do you mean the one from the treat holder? If that's it, it's the designer tags. It's on the online exclusives. Okay, so we got another. I'm going to put this bow. So let me put it right here this time. Okay, there's 2 different spots for the bow, but you can make your own decision. Okay, all right, so we're going to do the inside now. And now you got another thank you from Susie.
Oh, you're welcome, Susie.
Everybody appreciates you, Andy, for all that work.
I like Tim Hortons coffee.
Did you hear she likes Tim Hortons coffee?
I'm kidding.
And she wants me to tell you there's one right around the corner from the retreat. I'm kidding. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. There is now a Starbucks down the street.
Yeah, I like Tim Hortons better.
I don't. Okay, so we got that. So we're going to put this on a piece of, this is very vanilla, and it is, let me see, this is 5 by 3 3/4. Diane's already asking what kind of coffee. I knew
Just a large triple is what I like.
a large triple, whatever that is,
That's all you got to say. They know.
from Tim Hortons.
Yeah, it's just regular coffee.
Oh, it must be triple sugar, triple.
Mhm.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I was just teasing though.
She comes over all the time and helps me. Kind of helps now. Their husband's on a different. He's on what?
Like a
12 hours a
Yeah.
day. He's a director of nursing. So anyway, so we're going to put this together here. Now Nicole says you got it. She's going to have coffee the whole weekend.
That's good.
That's sweet. Andy, I have to say, is one of the most thoughtful people you'll ever meet.
Oh, you're saying nice things.
Am I lying?
Yes.
I am
I'm
not.
hateful.
All right, so we're going to put this on the inside. Okay, and this first card will be done. All right, what do you think? Do you like it? Are you going to try the watercoloring? I just love it. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next card. Before I do that, I want to show you this card. Andy was over the other day when I was doing my newsletter card. She goes, do it in fall colors. So do you remember this? This was my newsletter card. I just love how it turned out. And that the inside is beautiful too. So anyway, that was Andy's suggestion. Okay, so here's the next card we're going to do. And let me grab this. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of things that I did here. Okay, so this one is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So let me just get this scored. Bye, Andy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
See you later.
See you later.
Okay, and then what I did was I used the Countryside Corner dies. So I used the third one down and the fourth one down. In either direction that you go, I guess you can say it's the third and fourth. Okay, so what I did first of all is I die cut the very vanilla. Then I ran it through the embossing machine with the Snowflake Sky. Okay. Yes, I agree with you, Nicole. I think it does too. Okay, then what I did was I took a piece of gold. So pretend this is gold paper. And I just laid this on here like that. Then I laid the second one right inside. I taped it so it was even all the way around and die cut it. And it came out like this. So it was like a perfect frame. So what we're going to do is glue this on. Let me see if I did. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to put glue on here. You know, when I first started making these today, I said, you know, Cindy was here earlier. In fact, Cindy was here from 8 till right when I got on. And she was working all day for the retreat. Okay, so just line this up to be even with the background one. So when I was working on it, I said, I wonder if I should do it, the overlay in like crumb cake, but I really like how it turned out. Okay, and then I have these two. We're going to put those together. Now, ladies, don't forget, if you'd like any Stampin' Up! Products, and if you'd like these items, these make and takes for free, just go to my blog and place an online order by Sunday using this host code, and you'll get these in the mail for free, the make and takes. They don't come stamped, but I do have the die cuts done for you. So anyway, I appreciate your business, and if you need any other Stampin' Up! Products, I'd appreciate it if you consider me being your demonstrator. Okay, so this is going to go on here. I think for all of you that are coming to the retreat, I think you're going to be surprised at what colors do you think we're going to be using to decorate. Like last year we used red and silver and green, a little bit of like, what was it, like granny apple green. What colors do you think we're using this year to decorate? Pink? What does anybody else think? Okay, so I'm going to center this, and I am going to raise it a little bit higher than center. I just want it centered from side to side. Pinks and purples, blue and silver. Okay, so next we're going to do some more watercoloring. So this time I'm going to use, in this set, I'm going to use this one and this one, okay? Wonder if this has enough room. Yes, it does. Okay, so we're going to put this down, and we'll tape this down as well. Any other guesses? Now I'm going to die cut these after, so. And then I'll put this one on as well. Where did my washi tape go? Right here. Ivory and gold. Oh, that would be pretty. Okay, so we're going to do some watercoloring. And I don't need the crumb cake this time. I just need the old olive. And this is watercolor paper that I'm using, ladies. You can see how careful I'm being, right? I need some more water here. Well, I think you're going to be surprised. I'm not going to tell you if any of you are right or wrong. I can tell you this, that one of the colors that was mentioned is in there. White. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the Mossy Meadow. Because trees always have variants of color. We are embossing this time, so if you have your own heat tool and you want to bring it, you can feel free, but you don't need to. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. Look how cool it looks. Okay, we're going to dry this up. You know what? I'm going to add some more variants on this because I don't think there's enough. There. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stamp over top of it. And then this one. Okay, so let me bring back in the gold powder. Oops. Okay, so we're going to heat this up. Thank you, LaSheila. Okay. Doesn't this look cool? Okay, so we need to die cut these now. So I'm going to bring my die cutting machine in. Which I normally don't do on screen, but I am today. Okay, so let me see if I can get these lined up correctly. So we'll take this one first, and I gotta stand up while I do this. Okay, I think that looks good. So last thing I wanted to do is slip after all that work. And then we'll take this one and die cut it at the same time. And I hope I have that straight. Oop. I got butterfingers. There we go. All right. So let's die cut this. All right, move it back. All right, so carefully take the tape off so it doesn't pull the color. There we go. Look how cool that looks. Is that awesome? Okay. You know what's so funny? I said to everybody, I wonder if they'll notice that my shirt is not green, because I went upstairs to change and I did not have an old olive shirt. So you're right. Okay, so now we're going to take this and put it right here. Look how beautiful that looks. All right, let me grab my things here. Melissa, I cannot believe you have not been to one of my retreats yet. Okay, so this is going to go on right here. And then I'm going to put this one slightly over it. Okay. Diane, all of you. Look at all of you noticed. See? Can't put anything past you. Okay, so this one is going right here. So far, so good. All right, you can make this card just about anything you want, but I know when I need a sympathy card, I just don't like it when I don't have one on hand, because those kinds of cards you need to get out right away. All right, so this is from the Wild Ferns, and I hope I get this straight because it's already die cut. And I happen to really like the font on this. By the way, I wanted to mention that for those of you that are attending, I'm going to be sending out another email because the hotel contacted me and wanted to know if I want them to do a buffet dinner for everybody, because they do have, as you know, they have the hotel restaurant, but with a group as large as ours, it gets held up. So they wanted to know if they wanted a buffet, and all that information will be in the email. So what's your initial thought? It would be Friday night and Saturday night. Instead of going out to dinner, you could just eat there. So say yes or no if you're interested. Okay, so isn't that a pretty font? I love it. All right, so this is going to go on right here, and I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. Diane, it's gonna it's gonna be at the Raleigh Convention Center in Raleigh, North Carolina. Um, they haven't released the rooms yet, but there is a Marriott, I believe, attached to it, and there's a Sheridan right across the street. But Stampin' Up has a group of rooms, a block of rooms blacked off. So, and when you register, you'll be able to quickly get make your reservation. Okay, so I'm going to add a double bow. I haven't even made one yet because the pricing will be better for Stampin' Up anyway in the room block. I can't get it off my finger. Okay, so we have this. I've been so busy getting ready for this retreat. I haven't done like the scrapbooking videos that I wanted to do. Is there anybody that's interested in seeing me do scrapbooking videos? I'm just curious. Okay, so this is going to go right here. All right, so what do you think? Do you like it? Yes to scrapbooking? Is that what you're saying, Nancy? Okay, so then the inside of the card, I have the 2 vanilla sheets. But what I also have is I just embossed a piece of, this is 5 by 3/4 of an inch. So what I did is, since this is embossed with a snowflake, I wanted to bring it to the inside. So I'm going to layer this together. I'm just going to put a little simple strip there of glue. And lay this down so I get a real slim margin here. I only want a really slim piece of gold showing. I hope you can see that. It just looks elegant with this slim piece. So then I'm going to put this on here. Let me see. Did I do it all the way to the top? Yes, I did. Okay, so I'm going to put it right up there. I'll just put the glue on here. Okay, and it's hanging off the edge a little bit. We're going to trim that off. Also, ladies, if you like the old Close to My Heart products, they're all 30% off on our Stampin' Up website. So if you like any of them, you might want to grab them because it's only until supplies last. Okay, so this is going on right here. And doesn't that look elegant? Okay, let me see. I'm going to trim this just a tiny bit. Well, thank you. It's so funny. Last night, after the funeral, I was, we all came back here and we worked the rest of the day for the retreat. And I was trying to design my cards for today, and I just could not do it. I was just tired and I couldn't get in the groove. So I did other things, but I like how they turned out today. Okay, so that's going in right here. Now, doesn't that look pretty? Just very elegant. All right, so here is your second card, and this could very easily be changed to a birthday card as well. So I'm curious, which card do you like better, the first one or the second one? They're both, same technique, but different cards. All right, so the last project is this right here. And it says hot cocoa on here, so you know that's what it is. So I wanted to make this for those of you that are doing craft shows and things. This could be a good thing for you to make. And what's inside are these little hot cocoa things. But what I did was I took this bow off because I didn't like the red and white with my stuff. So I'm gonna put a gold bow on here just so it matches. I didn't want it not to match. So we'll just tie a bow on here just to start off. And I gotta tie it in a knot or I'll never get it. And I have to tell you, I originally was just going to add a tag on here, that tag that I made, but I thought you all would be disappointed that you didn't really get a 3D item. And the girls here were saying, well, maybe they want something simpler today. Okay, so we're going to trim this off. What a difference that makes, just the gold bow. Okay, so let's bring this stuff in. So I have a piece of old olive, and it's 7.5 by 8, and it's scored on the 7.5 side at 1.5, 3.5, 5, and 7. You turn it and score it at 1.5. So we're going to fold on all the score lines. So ladies, remember, if you want these make and takes, if you're just joining us, all you have to do is place a minimum $40 order by Sunday using this host code, and I will send you these make and takes for free. This paper feels thicker today for some reason. Okay, so it looks like that so far. So first of all, what I'm going to do is cut up here on this score line, and I'm going to angle this to turn this into a tab. Okay, so we have the long tab there. I'm going to cut up here, and what I'm doing is cutting up on both sides, and each side, I should say, of this little score line, or the score bump, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to do it here too. I just don't like that bump in there. I don't like it left in there. If you don't cut it out, there's a portion of it that will show, even though it's on the bottom. I'm just cutting these off. And what you can do too is just fold this and just cut right there, right against the line. Same here. So you get it flush with that. And that one's done. Okay, so now we're going to put some glue on this long tab. Just make sure you get it pretty at each end, and just fold it in half and just burnish this a little bit to make sure that the glue is pretty stuck on there, and it is. Okay, so the seam is here, so that means that's gonna be the back. So we're gonna push the bottom tabs in first, and then the back in next, and the front goes last. Now I'm gonna stick a little bit of glue here and on here so those stay down. And see how nice the bottom looks now? you don't see that score bump. Okay, so let me see if I have something in here that I do a ruler, make sure that stays down. Okay, so far so good. See, it looks like that. So this will be the front. Now I have a piece of, this is 5.5 by 6, and I scored it at 1 7/8 on all sides. Also, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. I appreciate it. Again, I'm going to cut this. Sometimes on designer series paper, the back you can see better than the front when you score it. Okay, then over here, and then finally right here. When there's a shorter side and a longer side, you always want to cut it on the longer side. Okay, so what we're going to do is put some glue on the tabs. Bring this forward just so it's right at the corner. Same thing here. Just like that. And the last one. Okay, so there we go. So then this will fit on here perfectly. And then we're going to take the twine here, or the ribbon. Oh, I should put the candy in here first, or and it fits in there perfectly. Okay, and then this is going to go on. And I'm going to tie a bow in the front of the box. And I do have to knot it, otherwise I will never get it straight. I'll never be able to tie the bow. And I do want it a little bit bigger. Okay, so then we have these. Okay, this is also from that same tag set, designer tags, right here. So I layered 2 tags together. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. And let me grab them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut the sides off because I don't want it to be seen through the poked holes, the perforated holes. Okay, so we'll put one here. Oh, I'm glad you asked, Nancy. I got this candy from Home Goods. They come in a pack of 6, I believe. Okay, so all right, so I'm just going to slip that on top of this gold one. All right, then I'm going to put these two together. This is a 1.5 circle, I believe. Let me make sure. It might be 1 3/4. 1 3/4. I'm sorry. And this is just a die cut from the stitch shapes. So you'll barely see the gold peeking out here, but I like that. I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on here. But before we put this on, I want to grab my twine here, my gold twine, and I'm going to fold it in half. And I do have to stick it through the back here. Hopefully I can get it with these old eyes. Should have done it before I put it on here. There, I got it. There. Okay. So we'll put this on. I'm just going to center this. And the hot cocoa die cut is from the More Than Autumn. And if you watch my video every week, you'll know that I did a video with this set, maybe a month, maybe 6 weeks ago. More Than Autumn, it's called. And if you go to my blog at stampinggala.com and just put that in the search bar, you can find any product that you want, or just go to the gallery and just click on the picture that you want and it'll pop up. Okay, so this is going to go on right here. So what I'm doing is I'm slipping it under here and attaching it that way by tying a bow, a second bow. The original one is the one that wraps around the box itself. And then this one, I'm just going to tie another bow. Uh-oh. Never can have enough bows, right? Okay, so there you have it. There is the second one. Let me grab the cards. And just know that all you have to do is place an order by Sunday using the host code that you see here. And I'll gladly send you these in the mail. I think you'd really like them. They're beautiful, I think. So here are your cards. Here is your treat holder. So I hope you like these. I think they turned out great. And again, that's with the Frosted Forest bundle. Please visit me at my blog at stampinggala.com. And I really appreciate you spending the evening with me and allowing me to earn your business. Thanks and have a great night. Bye-bye.